Hey there, happy Thursday. It's the day that I talk marriage. Hey there. It's Leslie Dories, your marriage coach, and I'm the creator of the Hero Husband Project and the founder of Foundations Coaching. And I really want to talk about a very important topic today because one of the saddest things that I've experienced over the years doing what I do is when a couple comes in, usually it's the man who's in an absolute panic because his wife just told him that she wants a divorce and he is completely blindsided. Now, as I talk to these guys, something comes clear that yes, at some point in time, she had mentioned that things weren't going well, that she wasn't happy, that she wanted something different. And things were going well for him. So he just thought she was being, oversensitive or ridiculous or whatever. And then here's the thing, she stopped talking about it. And the guys are going, okay, whatever the problem was, it's all taken care of. But guys, I'm going to tell you, if your wife has expressed distress or discomfort or unhappiness in any way with your relationship, and you have not taken together specific and identified actions to improve it, and oh, by the way, she has stated things are better, and she gets quiet about it, she stops talking about it, you are in big trouble. Because what she's doing is she is going underground because she's decided nothing is going to change. And now she's planning her escape. And this may be that she wants to make sure that she's financially stable, or it may mean that she wants to make sure that the kids are old enough. Whatever it is, though, she is planning on getting out. And once she gets to the point where she's taken care of whatever she thinks she's needed to take care of, or things have just gotten to a point that she can't take it anymore, she tells you she's done. And this is when guys go into a huge panic. But I've also got another bit of bad news for you because she has over that time period emotionally let go of the relationship. And once a woman is out, it's really hard to reel her back in. So, and I know that this is really hard because, and guys, I don't know. I would love it if one of you would tell me, if one of you would put in the comments what this is, because I don't know if men just are more satisfied with a relationship than their wives, or if they've just learned to settle and that the status quo, even though it's not great, is the best that they can do, and it's not so bad that they want to get out. I don't know which it is. Please let me know. But either way, it's really important to understand that when she feels a certain way and you don't, that's perfectly normal. It's very rare for any two people to feel exactly the same way about anything. And one of the other challenges is that what she's telling you she's unhappy about may not make any sense. I've got a colleague, he's a friend, who the reason why I know him is because he writes a blog and he would write letter to a shitty husband number X, number 10, number 11, number 12. And one of the ones that caught my attention is when he said that the reason why his marriage ended was because he left dishes in the sink. And I had to get in touch with him. I met Matt and I said, Matt, that is not the reason why you got divorced. But that's what they were arguing about. His wife was telling him that the dishes that he left in the sink were a real problem for her. And he's thinking, they're dishes in the sink. Why would anybody be upset about that? Because it's not what she was upset about. And so, guys, if your wife tells you that she's not happy about something about your relationship, first off, you don't have to do anything except first listen to her. Okay? Don't use your own feelings about whatever she's saying as the way to judge whether or not she should feel that way. Because I'm going to tell you, no matter who you are, whatever you feel is real and it's justified. It's not, now how you behave around it may be inappropriate, but having the feeling in and of itself is, it's not somebody's being too sensitive or somebody's misinterpreting something. That may actually be happening, not that they're too sensitive, but they may be misinterpreting it. But you don't want to dismiss them. You don't want to tell them that that's not what they're feeling. I'm going to tell you guys, if you do that with your wives, and this is one of those things about not trusting her, you don't trust her experience because it's different from yours. And what I want to tell you is that's a given. Okay, neither one of you is right or wrong. You are just experiencing things differently. Okay, it's like my husband and I am cold all the time. My husband isn't. So if I tell him, if I say I'm cold, he may not be. That's okay. Same thing. You may be hungry and your wife may not be. Okay, not a big deal. On those things, everybody goes, oh yeah, sure, that makes sense. The same is true about your relationship. You are not going to experience it the same way, and that's okay. But guys, if your wife is telling you that there's something about the relationship that's bothering her, listen, okay? Now, not listen because you're at fault, but listen because you want to make sure you understand what's going on with her, okay? Because most of the time, I don't think you want her to be unhappy about the relationship. Now, if she's talking about something like the dishes in the sink or the clothes on the floor or not having help around the house, okay, that's, you want to be able to go deeper. All right. And so one of the things that it's important to ask her is, what exactly about the situation is driving her unhappiness? Okay. What is it that the dishes in the sink mean? And a lot of times what happens is women don't feel like a priority. They don't feel like what they're asking for matters. This happens a lot. And I know, guys, I know you're good guys, and it probably would, you've probably heard about mansplaining, and you probably pride yourself on never doing that. Except that's exactly what you're doing if you tell her that her feelings are out of proportion or whatever, because it's a dismissal of her feelings. And that's usually what gets your wives really at a point where they just want to throw up their hands. And that's the last thing you want to do. Okay. So like I said, you want to ask, what is really the source of the unhappiness, and ask what would make it better. Now, just because you're asking doesn't mean you have to do it, but it's going to give you necessary information. Because as I said at the beginning, if she stops talking about whatever it is that was bothering her, and you don't know for certain that it has been resolved, she's going underground. And that's not someplace you want her, because when she pops up, she's going to be popping up with a request for a divorce, and that's going to catch you off guard. And then you're going to be scrambling. And unfortunately, and a lot of times, it's almost too late at that point in time. And again, if you don't understand what's going on about this, or if you don't understand what to do about it, because she will make a request, and it may not be something that you're comfortable with or that you even are capable of doing. And then that's when we start to talk about, how do you negotiate that solution. But if you don't trust her when she says, I'm unhappy about this, you're heading down the wrong pathway. And if you need help to understand how to make it better in a way that's authentic to you, in a way that doesn't make you feel bad, because that's the whole happy wife, happy life thing that anybody who's been listening to me knows I can't stand. Um, because it isn't about sacrificing yourself to make her happy. It's about being willing to talk to each other and create a relationship that works for you both. Because as you guys know, I'm your advocate. I think your viewpoint matters, not more than hers, not less than hers, but equal to. And yes, I'm going to tell you, sometimes when she comes at you, it's not very nice, and I get that, and it's not helpful. Um, but it's about how to take a step back and listen and ask some questions to get some more information. So if she's complaining about the dishes in the sink, ask her, and by the way, this is a really question, don't use the word why, but ask her, what makes that important? What makes that such a problem? Okay, and you want to do it in a way that's really curious, not from a place of defend yourself, because you can't change what you don't understand. And sometimes she's not even completely clear. She knows what she feels, but she isn't exactly sure why. And so, again, you don't want to try to solve something if neither one of you understand it. So it's really important for you to trust your wife when she says that things aren't going well. And I think you also need to trust yourself. If you feel that things aren't going well and you don't want to settle for a less than relationship, and if you have any questions about how to move forward on this, please DM me or send me an email, because I don't want you guys to suffer, and I don't want you to be blindsided because your wife has thought there's no way around this. The only thing she can do is leave, because you don't want to lose her. You don't want to lose your family. And it's much better to be proactive about it. And I can help you understand why she feels the way she feels, or at least help you get to the root of why she feels the way she feels. So hopefully that was helpful. And I look forward to talking to you soon. And until next week, stay loving.